Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Favor. Today we'll be talking about two words in English language that are used wrongly by speakers of English language. These two words are did, which is the past tense for do, and made, which is the past tense for make. Did is the past tense for do, and it is a primary auxiliary verb. And then made is the past tense for make, and it is an irregular verb. It's an irregular verb. So let's get into the video proper. Did versus made. Did versus made. The core difference between did and made. The core difference between did and made is that we use did when we're talking about general actions, and then we use made when we're talking about creating, producing, or causing something to happen. Now think of it like this. If nothing new is created, use did. If something comes into existence, use made. Do you understand? If nothing new is created, use did. If something comes into existence, use made. So use did, which is the past tense of do, for general actions like I did my homework, she did the laundry, they did the job well. I did my homework, she did the laundry, they did the job well. We also use did for tasks, duties, and routines. Tasks, duties, and routines. He did the cleaning, I did my assignment. He did the cleaning, I did my assignment. We also use did when talking about work, especially those that are non-specific. For example, she did a lot of work today. She did a lot of work today. Now, when do we use made as a contrast? When do we use made? Made is used when creating, producing, or bringing something new into existence. For example, she made a cake. The cake was not in existence, and then she brought it into existence. She made a cake. So it would be wrong for you to say she did a cake. That's quite funny. She did not do a cake. She made a cake. She made a cake, right? He made a chair. He made a chair. They made a movie. They made a movie. I hope you understand. They made a movie because they brought something into existence. They made a movie. Now, we also use made when causing something to happen. When causing something to do what? To happen. For example, you made me happy. You made me happy. That news made him angry. That news made him angry. It caused something to happen, right? Another place where we use made is when we're talking about plans, decisions, and progress. Plans, decisions, and progress. I made a decision never to go to that shop again. I made a decision. I made a decision, not I did a decision. I made a decision. It's a plan. It's a decision, right? I made a decision. We made a plan. We made a plan towards the conference. We made a plan. We made a plan. She made a progress. She made a progress. She made a progress, not she did a progress. So one common mistake most English speakers make is that they say, for example, I made my hair last week. You made your hair? No, you did your hair last week. You don't make your hair because you're not bringing something new. You're only styling your hair, or you're only make weaving it, or you're doing it. You're not bringing something entirely new, right? So I did my hair. She has gone to the salon to have her hair done. She has gone to the salon to have her hair done, right? So it is not to make her hair, it is to what? To do. So do and did are both action verbs. They are both action verbs, but they do not mean the same thing. No two words in English are exactly the same. They are both action words, but they do not mean the same thing, and from henceforth should not be used interchangeably or wrongly. So you use do or did when you're talking about a general action, and then you use make or made when you're talking about creating, producing, or bringing something into existence. I believe from henceforth you won't make the mistake of using did when you're supposed to use made, right? Okay, so tell me, how has it been with you before now? Do you make mistakes with them? Like you will use did where you're supposed to use make, and what did you learn? So let me get your reply in the comment section below. All right, that's the end of today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in my next video. For now, bye.